Hey guys, we're well today. So the Springboks have just defeated the Lions 27 points to 9. I'm not going to say a pretty convincing result because the score doesn't really reflect itself from the game, to be perfectly honest. I mean, within that first half, I think both teams, in my opinion, didn't really play the best kind of rugby. It was kind of kick and chase. There wasn't really good rugby to see. I mean, there wasn't really any clear opportunities from both teams. All we saw really was just penalties, obviously back and forth. So I'm not really going to go too much into that first half. I mean, obviously, I'd say in my opinion, I'd say the British and Irish Lions did do better within that first half. But of course, the scores did end, 9, obviously to 6 towards the Lions. So, of course, the scoreline does reflect that as well. But yeah, no, within that second half, the Springboks really just, I guess you could say, opened up the game with, the points they obviously put on the board. Within what the opening minutes, the first try obviously of the game came to the Springboks within the 45th minute for the likes of Mempimpi. I mean, it was a very good try in the sense where obviously the Springboks had advantage, obviously, from the lineouts, and I believe it was from there where I believe Faflicker passed the ball towards Andre Pollard, and Andre Pollard then spotted the run off the left wing from Mpimpi, and from there was able to do a cross kick out towards him. He caught on the floor and, of course, just ran down. Obviously, and yeah, scored a try for the Springboks. Yeah, a good try, obviously, from him, and yeah, a good moment, obviously, for the Springboks. That was, I'd probably say, opened the game up slightly in the sense where, I believe the Springboks were ahead at that point, 11 points to 9, so it kind of, made the game a bit more tight and more interesting, I'd say, throughout the whole game. But yeah, from there, I mean, it was really who got the next points, in my opinion, who would actually win this game overall. But yeah, the Springboks actually got obviously the next points within the game within the likes of the 61st minute, I believe, through the likes of Lucanio Am. And yeah, this was a good try overall from him. Very decent try in the sense where obviously the Springboks again had advantage through the likes of a maul. And yeah, from there, I believe it was Andre Pollard or was it Flatfoot Kirk maybe who did an inside kick towards obviously the Lions try line. And yeah, from there, Lucanio Am was able to get his hands on the ball. To be perfectly honest, the TMO did look at it, and at first it actually did look like a clear try, to say the least. But when you actually look back at it, in my opinion, as a Springbok fan, I didn't think it actually was a try because normally for me, I think a clear distinction is where you have to have your palm on it. But what's actually happened is that obviously the rep has obviously said it was a try originally, so for that reason they had insufficient evidence to actually overturn it. So for that reason I understand, but I mean as a Springbok fan I do believe that wasn't a try. So I mean, it comes down obviously to the referee's decision, but it's one of those which it could be really a 50-50 in my opinion. But yeah, overall that was kind of it within the game. I mean, other than that, I mean, there were obviously the 2 yellow cards from the first half, but really I'm not going to go too much into that because I didn't think it was really too. I mean, it was just a simple yellow card. Obviously, the first one towards Van der Merwe, obviously for a trip, clear yellow card in that sense, and I fought for the other one, of course, with Chelsea and Kobe getting Conor Murray in there. I thought it was a clear yellow card in my opinion. It could have been a red, to say the least. But of course, I do agree with the yellow, obviously, because Chelsea was actually he was literally looking in the air the whole time. If he was to look glance one down, where if he was to glance and then look up again, then I would have said it's a red because he would have known he was in that position. But for that reason, I agree with that decision. So yeah, I mean, other than that, the Springboks do win the game 27 points to 9. So yeah, congrats obviously to the Springboks. As a Springbok fan, very happy of course. But as a neutral, I think most people are very happy and excited because obviously this series is now decided within the third and final game. So yeah, very excited to see what happens next week. But yeah, if I think of my man of the match towards this game, I think I have to give it towards, Andre Pollard. I think he had a really good game, actually, Andre Pollard. I think he controlled the momentum of the game. I could have given to, maybe Kolisi. I think he did pretty well throughout the game, but I'm going to give it to Andre Pollard because I think he really dictated that, the back line as well as the forward pack and how they kind of shifted and all that. So for that reason, I think Andre Pollard gets my man of the match. But other than that, just hope you guys are doing well. Obviously, just to let you guys know, I won't be able to post a video next week. Unfortunately, I've had a quick urgent call that I'm going to have to be out of the country for meantime just to spend time with family. But for the meantime, just hopefully I'll be able to make a video next week. We'll have to wait and see. It's a 50-50 really, but I'll give you guys obviously an update on that on my front. But yeah, other than that, just hope you guys have a good day. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I definitely want to see you guys subscribing. I want this channel to grow, and yeah, hopefully many more of you come along. So anyway, just hope you guys have a good day, and talk to you guys soon.